Welcome. CrimeCon 2024.
2024.
Yes.
Woo! Nashville.
You're starting good. You got the year right.
Yeah.
Well,
Nashville, Tennessee.
Nashville 20. Hey, cheers.
Cheers.
Do you guys know who these people are? I found them walking around in some of those booths up there. I think they only have one though.
We were
Please.
begging for money. Had my cardboard sign and everything.
You did?
Yeah.
Can everybody hear us okay? Let's make sure everybody's got
We got
sound.
cheers at least.
Yeah, cheers.
We got sound.
Test.
Oh, guys, Keri Sy, thank you.
You're
Absolutely.
welcome, Lana.
Thank
It's
you.
good to be here with you.
Oh, it's great to be here with you guys.
Yeah. Good. What kind of questions are you asking us?
What kind of nonsense you got going on?
Well, we're going to start things off. Truth and transparency means truth and transparency, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to play a little game that's called 10 questions. You guys have to answer at the same time, though.
I don't like
What?
this already. Here
So,
we
like,
go.
for example, first 5 questions are your only answer is guilty or not guilty.
Okay.
All right. So, like, Casey Anthony.
Guilty.
Guilty.
Okay. That's the game. So I'm going to say like 5 names and you guys have to just spit out your answers.
Okay.
All right. So, like, O.J. Simpson.
Guilty.
We just said Casey Anthony.
Guilty.
Aaron Hernandez, double murder case, Boston.
Double guilty.
I don't know who she is.
Keri Ray. Guilty.
All right. Next is Karen Reed, famous case right now.
Ooh,
I don't know. I haven't followed it
about
enough.
it. Yeah, we've been busy.
So just like flip a coin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll get back to you on that one.
Scott Peterson.
Oh, guilty.
Guilty, yeah, for sure.
Gosh, how do I get a not guilty out of you guys?
It's
That's
tough.
pretty tough.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Guilty.
He's
Well,
guilty of
I'm
skipping
gonna-
school.
I'm going to go with not guilty on that one. It was justified.
You
right,
have a
guys.
girlfriend.
Reason of insanity.
Oh, true. Well, welcome to the transparency. Right here, co-host. This is Socialite Crime Club creators, producers,
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah.
I did not know that you guys were at CrimeCon last year.
Yeah. Just getting started. We didn't have any episodes, but we were
No.
trying to
No
start it.
episodes, just strolling up here.
Yeah, we just showed up with a big old booth and we're like, we're here. Didn't work so well.
Did you guys take pictures with JLR?
No. We
I don't know who
Jay-
JLR
we are.
is.
We are absolutely ignorant in this space. So when people tell us, and I see these comments all the time, like, "Hey, say hi to so," we don't know anybody in this space.
Yeah, we know you. I know Hirsch.
Oh.
I'm not personally.
But he wrote you guys.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, send me an
okay.
email.
He seems very nice.
He's got a good accent.
Yeah, I
I
like,
like
his
his
accent.
accent.
But I like any British
I
accent.
like his blue eyes.
I like
I'm a
his
fan of his
analogies.
blue eyes. Oh
His
yes.
analogies
Oh, he's
are
colorful.
Next level. Yeah,
Most
yeah,
British people have good analogies, though.
yeah.
Okay.
I think it's part of their humor.
Yeah,
Well-
Keri and I suck at true crime because we've
We
never
don't-
followed it. Like we've been part of it, but we've never followed it. So we're really bad about knowing the ins and outs of other cases that aren't our cases. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
That makes sense because then like you guys really wouldn't have a life.
no.
No.
Right.
Because then you guys have your own cases and then you're supposed to just go home and be like, let's go watch YouTube, Truth and Transparency, what this broad's
Right.
going to talk about.
Yeah. I go home and watch The Crown.
I can recite
The Crown?
I love that show. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right. Did you watch that with her?
No.
I like Game of Thrones.
I'll watch Game of Thrones.
one's
I've
good.
never seen that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can recite phone numbers from a case I worked in 2001, but I couldn't tell you what happened in Karen Reed's case last week.
Oh, it was
Like,
wild.
That's my true crime knowledge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I have a couple other questions, and then so I have 5 more people I want to give you guilty or not guilty. But before I go there, I want to know, you travel a lot, right?
I do.
Okay. So Keri, what do you do when he travels a lot? Do you like stalk through Life 360, like check out where he's at? How does that work?
Well, when I'm not, when I'm not traveling with him, usually one of my first stops when I take him to the airport is Target, and I go up and down every single aisle.
Target? You love Target?
Yeah. And if I'm not there, then
That's
I'll
for you,
go,
Boston.
I'll go to other stores when he's not with me, and I just go up and down like every aisle, and I look at every single thing, even if I go to the grocery store. Then I'm not rushed through the grocery store.
Because you don't like to shop.
I do most of the grocery shopping, actually.
He does,
I
actually.
do most of the groceries.
Oh, so
and
it's
I
like
do
a
most of the
treat for you to
cooking.
go? You do most of the cooking?
I'm almost.
He does.
I heard you make a mean steak.
Make them mean anything.
He does. He does. He makes really, really good steak.
So favorite dish, Sy cooks?
It's probably his steak. Yeah, for sure.
Got a mean.
What about the
steak.
sides?
I did these bacon wrapped asparagus the other night. Oh, candied bacon, so good.
God, you need to start posting those on you guys, that new community tab that you guys probably have now.
Oh yeah.
You guys have that
Oh,
now?
look, Boston's.
Sandra says, "What a man."
What a man!
I make the
agree.
bed.
Oh,
I don't clean the shower though.
I clean
Drawing the
shower.
line.
so speaking of all the watchers, you're gonna die when you hear this. Everybody said, "Do you think Sy has hair underneath his hat?" And well, we had that answered. I didn't even need to pull anything because we got our answer. But I want to let you know you have a nice set of.
I have flowing locks.
You do. And now, how many hats of those do you have?
Oh,
Over under.
We have maybe 20 now. What's the name of the place again? We should plug them. It's a really cool shop, and we have Boston
I'll plug
on in North
North End of
End. It is.
It's in Boston?
It's in Boston. It's a little hat shop. I have family in Boston that I'll visit occasionally. and
Okay.
It's Selma Gundy's.
Salmagundi.
Selmagundy's.
And legit,
Yeah.
they
Because
make
your hat says Selmagundy's.
they make them right there, and
Can
They make
Can
them
I show their website?
yeah, Selmagundy's.
Super cool.
Selma Gundy's.
if you want a hat, that's where you get the hat.
Yeah. It's
It's legit.
I thought that was like Versace or something.
No, we have literally taken flights to Boston to buy hats.
Wait, what?
Well, no, we have kids there too. So
Well, we saw the kids when we were there, but
We
it was
saw the
really for
kids.
the hats.
God, you like hats almost as much as I like hats.
Yeah,
yeah, Selma Gundy is the best hat shop. That's-
For sure.
Yeah. We did get hats there before we went to Kentucky Derby. So
You went to the Kentucky Derby?
yeah.
you wanna hear a funny
couple
story?
of years ago.
Oh,
No, we
I
talked
was
about it on our
waiting for a
podcast.
story.
You have
but
to watch
maybe
the
other people
podcast.
didn't.
I've never watched it.
So we got there, and there was this horse that got in at the last minute called Red.
Rich Stripe.
I screw this up every time. Red Strike. So we get there in the morning, and that horse is sitting at like 98 to 1 odds. And I'm thinking, I'll bet on those odds.
I like it.
So I bet on those odds, and then I bet a lot more on a horse that I thought was going to win, who didn't win. And then at the
Oh,
end of the
no.
race, Red Stripe won. And I was like, Red Stripe? I didn't even know there was a stupid horse named Red Stripe. And Keri's like, you're such an idiot. It's your stupid horse. It's Rich Stripe. And at 98 to 1, I had to do like 5th grade math on my fingers to count. We won a shit ton of money. We actually paid for the whole trip.
Only you would have that luck.
I didn't even know it was
You're
my horse.
absolutely right.
Like, I would go there and bet on the 98 to 1 horse, and it's going to break a leg and fall over. All right? There's like, Lana, this is why you don't bet the 98 to
It
1.
was awesome. It was really cool.
Yeah.
Got a blast.
All right, so you didn't answer my question, though. The Life 360 app, you don't follow him on that? You guys don't have a
No.
life plan?
No, we
You guys have
actually-
trust.
Trust.
We do. The only time. No, we have our Apple locations enabled.
Yeah, we can
Ooh.
do Apple.
Yeah, but that's usually like if we're traveling, like if I'm on a long road trip by myself,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like, "Are you okay?" or whatever.
We're too
But-
busy to get in trouble, though.
and
Like,
for the most part, we're always together.
yeah, it's rare that we're not traveling together.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have a really weird relationship that I think a lot of people would struggle with, in the
Ooh.
fact that,
I like weird.
yeah, for us to be apart is rare. And I'm talking even like half of a day. We are together all the time, for better or worse.
Yeah.
But
Well,
yeah.
how does that, you guys have like awesome like chemistry when you guys were together, which is hard. If you're living together, working together, like you just said,
Recording together.
you're always
Everything
together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
How do you not want to kill each other? That's amazing.
we
I
vibe.
don't know. Yeah,
Everybody
we had-
start taking notes here. How?
We vibe.
Like,
Oh,
what's the-
Keri does want to kill me, but she still
I
stays
think
with
there are
me.
times you like to strangle me too,
Yeah,
but
I've thought about it in your sleep where I was like, oh, never.
we work through it. We work through it,
Yeah,
Well,
communication.
So communication is the key.
Communication.
It
You got to talk
is.
about everything too much.
and I'm getting better at it.
Kind of like, wait, so communicate, kind of like if you're like, you guys are both what? Police officers. So you have to communicate.
Oh, cops are usually terrible communicators, especially with family.
Very much
Terrible.
so.
I spent the whole first half of my adult life not knowing what communication meant.
I think my kids like me way better now than they did. back
Because you're a
then.
better communicator?
Yeah. Not so much, but I'm getting better.
Well, I mean, I think you're
Science,
doing a great job. You're communicating all of these cases to us on social I mean, that's like the new place to hang out. You guys have like better than Fight Club. Like, who cares? Woo,
Yeah.
we're going to
Fight Club.
Socialite Crime. I mean,
We
that's
were
where gonna
talking
hang out.
about a soap logo shirt that we're going to release pretty soon that says Socialite. You know, the pink bar of soap from Fight Club, but it says Socialite Crime Club.
I like that. When you guys have merch yet?
No.
We're thinking about it. We're almost there.
We're tossing maybe some.
You know what?
I
I'll
don't
throw
know,
it out.
cardio
If we
drinks.
get after another 5,000 subscribers, we'll start pushing merch. And maybe the 5,000th subscriber from today gets like a special piece of merch.
Oh, it's like the I made merch happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That's
made
cool.
merch happen.
We're not merching around here. All right, so how in the world did you come up with? I'm gonna just, I'm good. 10 years, 13 years. I think, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and make a software, right? Isn't that what you did? You just decided, like, you know what? Did you have to like throw up your pension? Where you're just like, I'm done?
We both pulled our retirements, and that was our
See,
seed money.
I had to ask it because I was like, this is talking about investment here. You gotta like, either have a backer. You guys have to back yourselves. Something has to give if you're gonna like just up
I
and
could
quit
tell
what
you
you're
horror
doing.
stories. Horror stories. When we left law enforcement, we started the company. We both pulled our retirement. We did have an investor, but he was short-lived.
You short-lived. Peace.
We had to pay our bills. We had to take care of our kids. We never missed a payroll. We got our bills paid, but Keri and I had no money most of the time. We did have our electric turned off once when we were traveling teaching because the electric bill was late.
And our kids called and said, everything in the refrigerator is bad.
That's what they called to tell you. They
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aw.
Oh no, the first 2 or 3 years it was no joke. But we were all in. There was
no turning
plan
back.
B. Yeah, there
It was
no
like,
plan
this
B.
is it.
And we saw the vision. We knew it would get there. You
Yeah.
just have to, and it did.
Wow.
It did really, really, really well.
It was some really long days and nights. All the time.
See, this is why you ask questions like this, because I was like, you know what? I want to know how you make that leap to be like, okay, hey, we're.
Well, the first thing I did is I got my associate's degree out.
Oh,
and I
shit.
put it on the wall, and I said, if I could get that, I can do anything.
That damn associate's degree.
Yeah.
That's like the butt of every joke.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
and it will continue to be.
Remember when your truck was repossessed?
Yeah, my truck got repossessed.
When you were getting your bachelor's?
No.
No.
I mean, your associates?
No.
During
Oh,
when
like
we were running
after?
the business, because I had a decision, like I could pay my employees or I could maybe make it to my next truck payment. I didn't make it, but I paid my employees.
So, hey guys, don't worry if you have anything repossessed. Look at this guy. Look at this girl. They've made it. You guys are fine.
Yeah.
Things happen.
We were getting by on dimes for a while.
Literally.
Like,
No.
like females?
No, like
Like
counting the
dimes.
change in
Oh,
your
dimes.
weirdo, counting the
My bad.
change in your couch.
I hear dimes and I'm just like, whoo!
This isn't some Ohio nonsense.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Oh, so there was a time we were actually waiting for a paycheck to come in from one of our customers
Oh.
in order to get gas.
You're like,
I-
hey, you guys gonna pay me?
I had to be
Yeah.
in San Francisco for the NFL, like a big deal with the NFL.
Oh, that's right. You guys did all that.
And I had to leave Phoenix at a certain time, and I could only make it to Bakersfield. And if the check didn't come in by the time I got to Bakersfield, I would not have enough gas to get to San Francisco.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's how tight we had it.
It was a struggle.
So when all this is happening and you're like, we're still gonna go, we're gonna go, like, hey, there's no plan A, B, C, D, like, this is what we're doing. Who was out pitching to anybody to pick up your, like, how did you pitch? Like, were you the salesperson?
Number one salesperson.
So you sold it all.
Well, I had a lot of help from our team. I can't say we really had a sales team. We all taught a lot. I managed all of our accounts.
Okay.
I did manage how much we were in communication with people. I managed what kind of communication
It's
we
like
had with
600
people.
accounts, though. Like, she doesn't give it justice.
That's a lot of accounts.
Thanks, honey.
600 accounts. I mean, that's, I mean,
It's like a full-time job.
But we had an amazing.
it's like a double
It's
full-time
like a
job
full-time job.
by 10 people. Yeah.
No, we had an amazing team though that helped us, and everybody was a part of it. If we didn't have our team behind us, we wouldn't have done it.
So you're only as good as your weakest link.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, you have
exactly.
to have an amazing team, an amazing partner behind you, or you'll flop every time.
See, I'm taking notes
That's how
here.
you do it. You get
I'm
an
taking
amazing
notes
partner.
here. Well, so I want to.
What year was what? Somebody's asking. What year was what?
What year was
Years, yeah,
this?
2014.
When you guys were doing it? Yeah.
2014, 2015, 2016 were the lean years. 2017, we turned the corner, and by 2020, I'm like, this is going to work.
This is worth it.
Here's a funny add-on to that at the very end. We went to LexisNexis, which is a big data company.
Yeah.
We were trying to buy their data because we wanted it in our product. And they saw what we were doing and they said, hey, why don't you consider selling your company? And I'm like, I'm not going to sell. I see where things are going. The hard work's done. We're killing it.
Actually, the hard work wasn't done.
Well, most part.
You said that.
And I was like, yeah, we're not interested. No. And they're like, well, at least let us make you an offer.
Wow.
So I'm like, all right, whatever, make an offer. And they sent us a written offer and I opened it up and I looked at it and I was like, hey, we're selling this company.
Well, what are we going to do next?
We can get gas.
Yeah. we
So-
paid truck payments.
So how long did you have it for then?
So we started in 2014. We sold in May of 2021. So what, 8 years? 9?
Yeah.
8.
8.
And now, so 2021. Okay, so from 2021 to 2024, what's it been like?
I had to stay with the company for those 2 years. So I left
To like teach it?
in November, to kind of do that transfer of knowledge.
I
Yeah.
stayed for 1 year.
Okay.
And then we started the podcast. Keri's been playing around with the book. We're really into the theory. We're not there yet. We would love to make documentaries, and I think that's where we're going.
Imagine that. You guys, I think you guys have that down.
We're-
You guys are just, I mean, yeah, I can fall asleep to them. Like the voice, like Dateline, like a, on like steroids. Like a Dateline on steroids, like a binge 10 episode, like season, like Making the Murder type stuff.
That might be
I
fun.
think it might be fun. We've got a handful of cases that we're really interested in right now.
Well, and don't be so humble. He actually wrote an entire script for one of our cases into a movie. Well, we had some help. Like, I worked on it with you in
That's
1
sweet.
week.
1
An
week?
entire script. Yeah.
Well, I'm over here like every time I see a new episode, because I get emails at the, hey, did you see this? Hey, did you see this? Hey, did you see that? Hey, did you catch that short? Hey, did you catch... I was like, yep, trying to take notes over here as I can. Hey, does this mean that? Hey, I was like, I would just take it as what it is. You know what I mean? Just take it all in.
Right.
But you guys are pumping out a lot of material lately.
We have a great team behind us. So
Yes.
we have a good team that does a lot of work. And we're recording a lot.
But all of your guys' stuff is like it's yours. It's like it's your story.
Right.
Yeah. We will have a handful in there that isn't ours. That we're
So you'll
picking up.
talk about
We're
it?
actually doing a case out of Ireland.
Are you ready for this?
Ireland?
Ireland.
Yes. And
Stand
it's
by,
a phone
everybody. It's
case.
going to get a little weird.
It's a
Yeah.
phone case?
Yeah. The title is going to be called A Kinky Killing.
A kinky killing?
Yeah, we've had to do a lot of research to speak intelligently to this. We're just talking about this last night with our team because
This
there's a
is
lot of-
where the viewership just dove off.
yeah,
Sorry, everybody.
there's so many things.
Wait, are things the same in Ireland? Are things the same as like cell phones?
Kinky is kinky. Yes, cell phones are the same, but
Is everything work the same? They're like towers? Like how does that work? Is
Yeah,
it
if you're a kinky person, you're the same kinky person in
With your cell
America
phone.
than you are in Ireland.
so if you sex in US, you sex in
but this
Yeah.
isn't that. This is
Oh,
actually
whoa.
a BDSM murder.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
We're going to combine some crazy worlds.
yeah,
We've been doing a lot of research. We've
You
been
just totally
studying.
piqued my interest.
Yeah, it's gonna get
we
interesting.
would.
I think that episode will probably drop mid to late
yeah,
June.
yeah.
But we're recording it next week, so we're getting ready for it.
Now, so when you guys do your recording,
was the Dom, Keri? Yes, I was. How did you know?
hey guys,
All right, I'm out of
hey
here.
guys, I'm
done.
trying to keep things
This
over
whole
here.
thing just came off the rails.
Okay, so
I knew I shouldn't have done the show.
so 2021, 2024 podcast. You're kicking this off. You were at Crime Con last year. We're here. This is your second year. This is actually my first year at a Crime Con. So this is cherry pop right here. Hence the title. I think it says the cherry on the top.
Cherry on top. I get it now.
Yeah, like this is my version. Like, hey, so documentaries. Oh, check. Like, I think you guys are gonna kill it in that department. Now, I want to talk about hall passes. Do either one of you have a hall pass that, like, if you were to see a celebrity, it'd be like, hey, honey, I get a hall pass.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Do you know what a hall
Like,
pass
is there
is?
ever a time that you could go, we'll just say on a date, because I'm sure you would be very respectful. If I wasn't around, is there a certain
testing
person
their
you're like,
relationship right
hey,
now.
babe, I saw so-and-so. There is.
So, if you had a hall pass, like, okay, hey, if I was to ever meet, like, what's her name?
I can
Darren.
tell the world right now that you're not going to want me to say this. What's his
Good.
name again? I'm trying to remember.
Who?
Oh man, does he wear hats?
No, he's a singer. He's
Oh.
like a 90s.
Billy Idol.
I wanted to say Ice-T, but it's not. It's not Ice-T. Help me out here.
Oh, Ice-T. Tupac.
LL Cool J.
LL
LL Cool J. Oh yeah.
LL
CSI.
Cool J sat down at this table right now, licked his lips, and started singing to Keri. She's gone. Gone.
It's when he does that lick.
Oh,
in
with
his
LL Cool
videos.
J, doing
Yeah.
it and doing it and doing it.
Well,
Gone.
yeah.
She's out.
I do-
But I know it. So,
So
hey.
that hall pass to LL Cool J. LL Cool J, come on.
And I've known it from day one, so I can't really. Who am I to argue? I'm like, he is LL
I think you
Cool
would
J.
go for Salma Hayek.
No.
Who would it be?
Oh yeah, that's a kind of nice spin off from you.
Yeah.
My hall pass?
so, yeah.
Matthew McConaughey.
No, I think it'd be Keith Urban.
Oh, Keith Urban. Keith
Urban.
Urban.
Yeah.
We're bros.
We're bros.
Yeah.
Man crush. Oh wow.
Shook
Doesn't
my
he?
hand once.
Doesn't he sing that song Sweater? Something about sweaters.
Oh, and I'll take my sweater.
And a
Yeah.
neon light.
Take your damn cat.
Yes, those damn
Yes.
cats. I knew it was a
Yes.
cat song in there.
Yes.
The cat ladies out there.
Way too much is coming out.
Jamie says she can handle kinky.
Oh, well, tune in. We'll see.
So the name is already set in stone. Kinky
Yeah.
it is. Next up on the docket here. We said how many hats? You said 20?
20-ish.
Okay. Have you ever gotten mad at him and cut up a hat, like his favorite hat?
Oh, no.
Okay, you guys don't play games like that.
No.
This is some serious hats right here.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
we don't
no.
cut up anything.
No,
We're really mellow. We are so mellow.
Yeah.
Like, if we get really pissed, be like, all right, let's open a bottle of wine. That's like as bad as
Yeah.
it
So
So
gets
there's
right
no,
there.
yeah.
The biggest consequence for me, if we're mad at each other, is that I have to stay talking into the night until we get it sorted out, and I'm
Oh.
exhausted.
You can't go to bed
Yeah.
upset. So
That's-
we're going to sit here
my
and
mom
talk
taught
until
me
you
that
figure this
too.
shit out.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Perfect. I like that.
Which we typically call Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
No, that's not true.
So, pet peeves. What's your biggest pet peeve
Oh.
working in like the industry? Like as far as like when you were a cop, let's say, or like with like work, like were you like, oh man, I got this new partner, and they do something that just like, what's my pet peeve? Like what's
For me, it was not being able to sleep on working graveyards.
ooh
Graves are rough. I will admit that. Mine is willful incompetence.
yes, like choosing
Like, you know you're
Yeah.
incompetent, you just don't care. You never try to better yourself, and now you're just
you're like
you're
let
a
me
boat
just
anchor for
continue.
everybody around you.
Yeah.
It drives me insane. Just do the
Well-
job or get out of the way.
On that note, I think for me, it's also people who have the ability to help others learn and don't.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
And
that's where I'm. Yeah.
yeah, if you take advantage of all of the knowledge that you have, but you're not willing to help somebody else learn so that they can grow, I don't like that. That's a big pet peeve.
I like that's fair.
Yeah, because
That's
your
awesome.
success comes with a ton of failures, and if
Yeah.
I can help other people from failing by telling you, hey, you can do it that way, but I've screwed it up 15 times. You might try this
Right.
instead. Like, why would you not?
Why
do
would
that?
you not take that advice? You know.
Yeah, which is kind of how the business started, because the business really started from a teaching perspective. I had a training company before we started the cell phone mapping, and that was the whole part of the training company is, hey, I've had to figure this out myself. It really sucked. Maybe I can help some others in the process, and maybe we can solve some really cool cases. And it worked.
Right, yeah. Mhm. Because we're learning in this industry a lot.
Oh, I
So
bet.
I'll
We're
just tell you
morons.
something. One of my pet peeves right now
Ooh.
in this true crime industry is last year when we came to Crime Con, somebody told us, go to Crime Con. Everybody's so nice. Everybody likes each other. Everybody does everything
Just
to
a big
help.
party.
Yeah,
It's a big party.
everybody loves each other, and that is not so true. Like people
So
are
glad you-
kind of
yeah.
mean to one another in this space, and
So you think it's more like it's like cutthroat? Like people are just like they look
I
at
don't
like
know that it's cutthroat as much
competitors
as it's like
or
very playgroundish in some.
Oh,
It
clicky.
is. You have to click.
clicky.
Yeah, and I'm not a
It is
clicky
clicky.
person. I'm going to hang
Yes.
out with everybody, and I don't like people telling me like, well, if you want to be this or you want to be that, you got to click up with this. Let's just go do our own thing.
You have to say
and-
it this way or that way, but I was not expecting as much of that, and that's. I think right now in this space that we're in now, that's one of my biggest pet peeves.
That's interesting. That's interesting because that makes actually like no sense when you think about what we're truly here for. Because if everybody's here for the same reasons, it should just be like
Right.
you know,
Mean Girls Club.
Well, and we think we have a unique story to tell, and if you want to hear it, stick around. And if you don't. But I mean,
Yeah.
it's literally that simple. And we don't do
Yeah.
drama. Like, we're just not into the drama nonsense.
No, yeah. So, but the more we can learn from others, we've learned things
Yeah.
from Harsh. We've learned things from you. We've learned things from other podcasters that we've watched, and
before
that's what's helpful.
yes. Well, a motherfucking man. It's a raining man. Next question then. That brings me to iPhone or Android. What are you guys users?
Oh,
my gosh.
We were diehard Android for years.
Yes, I did love my Android. It was very intuitive. Very
I
intuitive.
made fun of iPhone people back in the day.
Oh, you're one of those guys.
I was.
Yeah, we did. And then our kids kind of made fun of us a lot that we
Because they were iPhone users.
All of them, yeah.
And all of our kids are adults, but they make fun of us constantly. They ask us for money, and then they make fun of us.
Our programmers would make fun of us because we had Androids. And then I don't know why we ultimately made the switch to iPhones. Our friends made fun of us.
It was our dive watches because we were going on a dive trip, and they
Like snorkeling.
Yeah, we do a lot of
diving.
scuba diving.
Woo.
And our friends had the same dive watches that we had, and iPhone worked so much better with the app. And I'm like, all right, I'm done. We're gonna go buy iPhones, and we were sold now. So
It
now
did
we're
work with
iPhones.
our diving app. But then I started realizing how to use Apple Pay,
Oh.
and that's awesome.
Keri's had her
Oh.
Apple Pay taken away from her a couple times.
Oh, because you just scan away.
It's too easy.
Well, she
at the
sees something
grocery
online,
store.
and she's like, click, click, click.
You just double click.
It's like
this
like
button.
Amazon Prime on like steroids.
You know that meme and some of
Yeah.
those videos you saw of like the husband coming home and the
Okay.
entire front of the house is full of boxes? That is no joke at our house.
That's Keri. Keri, what'd you buy? I don't even know. I don't even know.
Sometimes that happens.
When you're like, oh, that's when you know you have a problem. It's like when you're like, I wasn't expecting anything. Oh yeah, I ordered this a couple weeks ago. It's
Or
late.
you don't even remember. Like,
Yeah, or you don't even
where did this
remember.
come from?
You don't even remember.
Right. You do that too, though. Come on.
Sometimes.
Yeah, but we are enjoying the cross usage platforms of Apple.
Okay.
So it syncs from my phone to my laptop to my desk at home. Yeah.
Okay.
So I like that.
I have a search warrant question about like if I have if I put my son on my plan, if I was to like, does his phone automatically get searched because it's under my plan, it's under my name?
No.
With my whole plan, how does do you have to like specify like? But what if like his phone's in my name?
So I
Is
could
it
do it a
doesn't
couple ways.
matter, or how does that work?
If I knew a phone number, I would
Okay.
target the phone number, which would only come back to you. If for some reason I thought maybe you had multiple phones, what I
Okay.
could do then is I could target your account, not necessarily get all of the phone records, but I could at least see, okay, here's the 4 phones that are on her account, and then I would have to justify probable cause for each phone. So if your son's phone, I'd have to somehow justify.
That like you're
probable
like
cause.
she's using it too.
Correct.
Like
but I would
she's-
have to have some type of
Yeah.
evidence, like somebody
You
called
couldn't just go like balloon it and be like, we want any phone that lands on or
well, hang on.
Okay.
You could,
Okay, balloon it.
and if you did it, you're probably overreaching, and most likely if you make the case with that piece of evidence, it's going to get overturned, and now your whole case went to shit. So I would say it's possible, and some agencies might do it, but it's just a terrible practice.
Now, there are interesting cases that we've seen where someone on the family plan will borrow another family member's phone,
Okay.
and they'll take that family member's phone to commit a crime.
Okay.
So
like take
that's
it
when-
with them when they're doing
and
it?
that's when things get kind of interesting, though, and that's where we start looking at a pattern of life
Okay.
of who
So
that
like,
person typically calls, where they go, and
Yes.
then we can start to look at
that makes sense.
patterns of each device on the family plan
Okay.
to determine where the device should have been at
Okay.
the time of the crime.
I like that. So do you think that, so is one phone more susceptible to like if you are an Android person versus like, hey, if you're a criminal, you might want to go buy yourself an iPhone versus an Android versus an, you know what I mean?
Sorry,
like,
I got distracted.
is there one that's worse like to have? I'm just saying like,
No, I don't think so.
here's to help a criminal, guys. No. Is one like,
If you're stupid with your phone, you're going to be stupid with either phone.
yeah, it's just it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So that might be a myth out there. If people are like, oh, well, if you would have had this phone, you
There are
know.
so many myths about phones out there, and I would say 90% of them are just that. They're myths.
We've actually
Yeah.
been talking about doing a technology class. for
Yeah.
people that
Yeah.
If we put it together, maybe it's like, I don't know, $25. That's
Yeah.
just tossing a number out there.
Yeah.
But just to give people a better idea of
Like
what is myth and what is fact are
Yes.
there about cell phones?
I
and
love it.
investigations,
I love
right?
that. That's actually, I think that would help out our community. So I'm all for
There
that.
you go.
I will push the sales ticket. You like that?
Yeah. I like
So switching up some things here. This is your guys' first live.
It is. We've never
Like,
done live. I
live.
don't know if I like it.
I'm not
It's,
sure.
it's just so, you just gotta woo.
You got to go.
Yeah.
You gotta just, well, sometimes people pay a lot of attention to chat, and what they'll do is they'll be like, okay, what did this person just say? I'll highlight it.
See,
And then,
I get distracted with that. I should probably stop
Yeah,
looking at
I'm
that.
having fun looking at the
Yeah.
comments.
So then what you can do is it's like, if we were to ask a question to people like right now, like here, how about this?
Hang on, I want to comment on this one. So Jeremiah just said Apple has a better privacy
So
policy.
then you highlight it and you say, hey, Jeremiah.
And Jeremiah is right, but what people don't realize, when I have a search warrant, your privacy policy no longer matters.
Oh, okay.
So where
like,
people think like, oh yeah, but look, this privacy policy is so much better. Well, that's the whole point of the search warrant is I'm completely going around.
your privacy's gone.
That
You're giving up
privacy
your
policy,
privacy.
yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so does Jeremiah use a landline? He says don't use cell phones. If I could go
How
back
about
to,
not commit crime?
Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah, just don't commit a crime.
So what we're gonna do here is I have a game for us later to play, and you're gonna see what I do with
okay.
it. You're gonna like it.
All right.
So, moving in a different direction here. Now, you're writing a book, right? Maybe.
Yes,
Can we
I'm-
talk about it,
I'm
or
in
it's
the
not?
process of it. Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Well, how do you stay focused if he's traveling? You're writing a book, right? And do you ever help him like with his work, or do you guys keep it separate?
How do you stay focused on this
to
book?
just like? I'm saying he's not like you're like. Sai, you were literally across the world. I felt like just 2 days ago. Woo, here's Sai here. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, so
you're.
This is a great question, by the way.
Oh,
I
was
am
it?
so curious to hear the
Okay,
answer.
I'm just wondering how you like stay focused.
I don't.
That's a
the
fair answer. That's a fair answer.
It's the only answer.
Yeah. I really try to stay
So do you
focused.
are you trying to like multitask like a bunch of things with like the book, then you have the podcast, then you have him. He's a
Yeah.
lot.
Actually, he's not a lot. Like I have more fun working on the podcast with him and the creative.
We
side
can
of that.
tell. You guys literally. I'm like, damn. They work together. They live together. They have sex together. I was like, how the heck does this work
We do
so
do
well?
that together. Yes.
I was like, how? I was like,
People don't know that.
you guys just like vibe. Like, I'm like,
Yeah.
You're embarrassing me in
all
front of my
those
friends.
things. In front of Jeremiah.
Yeah.
Jeremiah's like, I'm gonna get a
Jeremiah's
cell
like,
phone
this is
now.
the. Hey, you know who's in here? Is Twizzlestick.
Oh, Twizzle. What's up, buddy?
He's like, I'll pay you $20 for that.
He accosted me in the parking lot. I'm just joking, Twizzle. It's
He's
fun.
like, Twizzy.
But I did meet him last week.
I thought maybe you saw it there.
Oh,
You know,
I did.
I didn't know
I
maybe
did.
you saw it there. If you were stuck on an island, what 3 things, not each other, so 3 things, if you were stuck on an island, you have to pick 3 things that you would, if I had these 3 things, I can get off the island.
Oh,
You can't say either, you can't be like, okay, I have to have it, like,
I would say
and you can't say a plane.
a knife,
Okay.
a rope, some rope, like
Some
so
rope?
You can tie it, like
So we got knife,
leaves up
rope.
and stuff.
Oh,
You can
okay,
make-
yeah. You
You
could
can
like
start making some shelter.
unlimited. You got unlimited knives, unlimited rope. Okay. What's your 3rd thing? Like chapstick? Because I would want chapstick.
Yeah, it's maybe Vaseline or
Yeah,
chapstick
I would-
or something. So
I
your
would just-
skin isn't.
Oh, I would
See,
need.
I was going to be my number one is sunscreen. I want sunscreen, I want
Oh.
matches, and I want a shit ton of gin.
But your sunscreen isn't gonna last like forever. Though.
That's why I have the gin.
Like a gym, like a workout
A
gym?
gin.
No, G-I-N.
Oh, gin.
Gin.
Like
Like to
drinking.
drink.
Yeah,
Oh.
but a shit ton of it.
We're
Because when
gonna.
everything else goes bad, because you know it's going to,
Maybe a
you can
water
always just
maker?
stop and have a drink.
Oh, we're just.
I
Hey.
like maybe a water maker.
Oh, like a
You
Brita?
already picked your 3.
Like a Brita?
I'm
Like.
changing my mind.
Oh,
I don't
'cause
think
like-
a Brita
yeah.
works
So
for
like,
the seawater.
can you do that with? You
like
can't.
those ones that change seawater into
you
fresh
can
water.
actually do
Oh,
it
like
for water.
those big ones, like those canteens that they take over. Like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably want one of those.
Okay, cool.
I have
Well,
gin, I don't need the water.
How about you guys? What 3 things did you
Shit,
take?
ton of gin.
Shit ton of gin.
I'm on an island.
All right, so I wanted to hit on a couple.
Yes,
Oh,
and make a fire. Yeah,
all right. Who said I love you first? This is a crowd favorite question. So,
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh,
In Las
Sy. Las Vegas? At the Paris Hotel?
Oh, that was after you
no.
broke up
Man.
with me. That's right. She tries to get the whole crowd like, look, I'm the sweet one. She's leaving out. She just had broken up with me.
No,
But did you take her? We're like, okay, we're back
No,
together.
I left her alone for a while, and then I was like, look, you got to knock off this bullshit.
This I love
it's
you and I
time
love
to-
you
yeah.
not.
And then we got back together.
Yeah.
I think it
Aww.
was guilty though, so it
It's
doesn't
like,
count.
well, it looks like it's perfectly not guilty over here. Sy Ray,
Somebody
not
asked,
guilty.
what is the one pet peeve Sy does? Oh, I
what
do
this
know
is.
this. I
I
don't
do
think
too.
you know. What is it?
Oh, did I not get to ask you his or yours?
I don't know. So Sy, the one thing that drives me crazy is when he opens water bottles at home
Ooh.
and he doesn't put the cap back on the water
Ooh,
bottle,
I'm guilty of that.
and he leaves little water bottle caps all around
If
the
this
house.
is my biggest issue in life, I am good.
Yeah.
that, Keri.
Sy, I do the same thing. They're like,
Drives me crazy.
Bella's over there like, why are there none of these capped? I'm like, I don't know. I'm just grabbing when I'm just drinking. I'm like, because I'm like pacing around doing my work, and the next thing I know, I'm like, yeah, there's probably 4 open water bottles. I was
That's
like,
it though.
but I can't
can
manage
find
that.
You
I
know
like
what? I
that.
can manage that.
Yeah.
Who's?
Yeah. Well, he does put the toilet seat down, actually. Yeah.
I'm
Somebody asked
excellent.
that?
I am excellent about that. I raised 4 daughters. I'm
got that
excellent
handled?
with that.
Yeah.
Okay, good. How about this? If you had to watch a movie, would it be comedy, drama, or a horror? HORE film. Horror.
A horror film.
But no,
For me, it would be comedy.
comedy. You're gonna go with comedy. It was a joke. Yeah.
I would be like an intriguing drama. I
Like
like,
a- like
dramas
a-
if they're more of like almost not a crime drama, but some type of a
Like a.
what's the author that
You,
I
like you got to pay attention.
He writes all the
Are you talking about the court drama guy?
yeah. I just totally forgot his name. See, this is why I suck at life.
John Grisham?
John Grisham. Like I love
Oh,
John
okay,
Grisham
yeah,
style
yeah.
dramas.
Yeah.
Yep. Like Fear, like Reese Witherspoon, Mark Wahlberg type of drama.
No, what was the really good one with
Tom Cruise?
Jason Bourne? Oh yeah,
Oh,
The Firm.
yeah,
The
yeah.
Firm was
Firm
good.
was good.
What was that? Well, that was Jason Bourne. Is that Jason Bourne?
Yeah, but no, it wasn't Jason Bourne. He played a
Bourne
role.
Identity.
It was about the water, and the guy got cancer. It wasn't Aaron Brockovich, everybody. It's a different one, but it's kind of like that. They're like,
Oh my gosh.
Jason Bourne.
All right, so we got to the halfway point. So I want to do this at the 30-minute mark here. We're gonna do a high noon special. So we're gonna play a game here. All right. We're being social, right?
Uh-huh.
All right. These are courtesy of VIPs of Truth and Transparency that came out. Woo!
Crowd here, people, and they brought us alcohol. Are
Yeah.
you kidding me? Is this real?
All right. So it's like if you don't want to answer the question, you have to take a sip. So that's your pass button.
Oh, you
So,
better
like, if
get
you-
me a couple more.
So
of
if
these.
you want to answer the question, you can just answer it, or if you don't want to answer it, then you have to take a sip.
Okay.
Okay. So this is
Okay.
Socialite, right?
Yeah.
All right. So
Okay.
basically, just answer the
At
questions,
least
right?
you're giving me an out. Okay.
I'm
ready.
giving you an out though, right?
Yes.
Wait, what was the out?
You can take a sip. So like, if you don't want to answer,
Sip is the out?
yeah, like you don't have to
Plus,
answer the
We're
question.
gonna need like 6 more of these.
Yeah. All right. So, I'm
Wait,
gonna
is this to both of us?
yeah. Oh, and I'm gonna play too, so I gotta be fair.
Oh.
Like I can't do that to you, just you
Well, then we
guys.
need to throw in a couple.
Yeah,
questions.
yeah.
Okay,
We'll
good.
pass the question. We'll pass the buck.
Oh, good. We get to ask you
Okay.
questions too.
Oh boy, yeah. What did I sign myself up for? Yes. Cheers.
Let's do it.
Cheers.
Okay, so the first one is you don't have to answer it, but who is the most underrated criminal defense attorney that you've ever gone up against that you feel like they were like it's underrated? So like someone that doesn't maybe get credit, you know, you don't have to answer it, or you could drink it, or you could answer it.
I don't know her name. And
Okay.
It was a female. I will
Okay.
be very clear. She was about 5'1". She had flaming red evil hair, and she kicked my ass on the stand.
She gave it to you.
She took me to task. It was in Everett, Massachusetts, and she was very well spoken. She was
Everett.
very professional, but she did an amazing job.
Okay.
And I got off the stand that day, and I thought, holy crap! She was the fuck around and find out chick. Like you pushed just a little bit, and man, she took me to task.
So she was on it.
But you know what? I love that because
Yeah.
I learned more in those 2 or 3 hours of testimony than I probably did in 6 months of other cases.
That makes sense.
I love that challenge of somebody really calling me out on any type of bullshit they perceive, and me having to really think through it and have to explain it in a way that makes sense. It's what makes you good at what you do.
Well, I think that's something else that a lot of people don't realize is that
I'm gonna drink anyway.
a
Though.
lot
Alright,
of
cheers.
officers,
social.
detectives will get away with a lot in the courtroom because they've never had a really hard challenge
Yeah.
in court.
Oh, okay.
So
Court's where you learn.
you learn a lot about yourself in court.
There's I said so laws, and then there's court laws. You can get away with a lot, but when you're in court, you'll find out really quick what actually works and doesn't work.
Okay.
Have you ever gone skinny dipping? Yes, or you don't have to answer. You can just
Of course
drink.
I have.
Yes.
I'm an
Skinny
old man.
dipping? Okay.
They didn't even have swimsuits when I was a kid.
My God.
Oh, I drank too. Sorry, I got this whole game screwed up.
Have swimsuits.
Yeah, we just felt the need to yep, sure, go ahead.
If it's a good answer, I also get a drink.
It's a good
I don't know
answer.
that I like it yet, though.
All right, so here we go. The next question that pops up, we're going to use it on the live feed. So if
Oh.
you're following along, you can.
Aha. I'll drink to that.
So short little red. So Miss Kelly, you come up with a good one. She's always got good stuff up her sleeve. I have mods. So if you see somebody with a blue wrench, you guys are new to this.
He's
That
not
means
playing
that
fair.
they're a mod, and they could delete comment. They make sure that your chat stays. Yeah, they follow the rules.
Oh, there's what I was looking for. That's what I want to be known for. He's like a dad.
Yes. Did you see that one?
If you were a tree, what kind of tree would you be?
Oh, this is a great question.
I think I'd be a magnolia tree.
Of
Oh,
course
there's
you
tons
would.
of magnolias in here, isn't there? This
Yeah.
place is amazing, by the way.
This is, yeah. I
So
love
you'd
it.
be a magnolia tree?
Yeah.
Mm.
Just be another pine tree. Forest of pine trees.
Oh, a pine tree would be good. A ponderosa pine.
Yeah.
I'd
What
be a
would you
maple tree.
You know,
Oh,
we've
I like
actually
that.
looked
I like it
into
sticky.
when we die
Come my way, I stick
to do the cremation thing now. I think it's called bio urn. So giving them another plug or another plug out here.
Yeah.
The bio urn, you can get cremated, send your ashes to this company,
and they can.
and they'll put it in this biodegradable container with a tree seed, and you go plant it, and your ashes basically then grow with this tree. So then instead of a grave, your family has this tree that's you now.
But we've also looked into the coral reefs. So you can do that in a coral reef form too. So there's a company that creates these big reef structures, and you can be essentially buried at sea, your ashes,
Well, your ashes.
in a coral reef.
And you become a
Oh
coral.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Who
I've never
was
even
that?
heard of that.
Barbara, good
Oh.
question.
Yeah, good question.
I kind of feel like I had a crappy
Like that
answer.
one.
Yeah, I like
Someone
that.
said Willow. I flow like Bruce Lee. I love these people. Oh yeah. So here we go. Here's a good one. Dead or alive, if you could be a fly on the wall, whose wall would you be on?
Oh, my parents.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's
Oh
interesting.
my gosh. I would love to know the things my mom says to my dad.
My answer is Nancy Grace.
Oh, I don't know.
You're gonna fly into the window as hard as you can
Yeah.
after like 30 seconds and kill yourself.
Yeah.
Bzz.
Yeah.
Right.
But- oh
Yeah,
boy, I
that
don't
would be
know.
terrible.
That was Chris Harder.
I've got to think a little bit about that one.
You against? Okay. Here we'll
Yeah.
go with.
You know, I think now that I think about that, I would love to have been in like the headquarters where Churchill was doing all of his stuff during World War
Oh,
II,
back in the day.
just to see. There was some genius and there was some crazy screw ups, and I think that would be so interesting to just be a fly on the wall and watch that play out.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
So, out of all of the podcast shows that you've done, which one least favorite, most favorite? What do you? I mean, were
Let
you
me
like?
tell you a
Were you
funny
like,
story.
God? You know what? I really wish we would never put that one out.
Funny story. When we did Gun on the Run,
Gun on the Run. Go
Gun
check
on the
it
Run.
out.
When we did Gun on the Run, I told Keri, this is a stupid story. Why are we doing this? She's like, no, it's good. And it ended up being,
Well,
at the time, it was our most watched one. It took off. It did better than anything.
well, I knew
Gun
that
on the
there's
Run.
not there are some child crime people that podcast about out there or talk about, but a lot of people don't get to hear a lot about child crimes. And
Yeah.
I wanted to bring the truthfulness of child crimes to
Because it's so hard to talk about as well.
The
You know
other
what I mean?
one was the Colorado case.
Oh,
we watched it the
fuck.
night before it
I
got
mean, excuse
released.
me.
hated it.
And we both thought, like,
This
let's
is
pull
dumb.
this. We're not going to put this one out. We're going to lose people on it. And
Yeah.
it blew up.
Well, because everybody was wanting. I got so many emails about that. Like, did you go and look at the Colorado case, Lana?
My new favorite one, though.
I hate Colorado,
And
so I don't give a
everybody's
fuck
going to
about
appreciate
Colorado.
this. Clown shoes.
Oh yeah,
I found
that's
out
the
today
new one,
that
right?
the attorney that Clown Shoes is about has seen Clown Shoes.
Oh, the defense attorney.
Yeah, the defense attorney's seen it. So that was total success.
Is he a fan of it? You think? I think he's a fan.
No, I think he's writing up the lawsuit as we speak.
Oh boy,
Let's hope not.
no way. I doubt. That's doubtful. The next one. We'll go with it. It's a little risky. Remember, you have your option to tap out, right? So have you seen what was it? Actually, I'm gonna come back to it. The one that you just did, it was not the clown. What was one that you did before the clown?
That was Colorado.
Before that one?
The alien? I don't know.
Oh, did you do an alien one?
Well, it
No.
was SETI. It was the
SETI.
guy who was misusing the school
I was like, I didn't
computers.
see. Oh, okay, so that's good. Then here's my question. I was gonna wait on it to have it be the finale, but it's ready. Do you think? Because
So
it
the
was
DNA one?
yes,
Talking about Watkins?
Yes,
The
yes.
DNA
The
case?
Yes.
wrongful conviction one.
yes, because that was your case. You were
My case.
yes. So I'm gonna come right back to that because it has to do with Michigan. That was a Michigan thing, right?
No, that was
Wasn't
the
it-
University of Michigan's the one that published all the nonsense about it, but it was
Yeah.
an Arizona case.
Okay, but it was the people in Michigan that wanted to like pick it up and take it on as like their.
Kind of.
Is that how it was?
Well, it was an Arizona-based group.
Okay.
But the University of Michigan publishes this
Oh, yeah, yeah.
wrongfully imprisoned, and there's a lot of really good stuff that they're doing, but they just got this one really wrong.
Okay, so how do you feel about it? Just happened a couple months ago. The two parents from Michigan, they got charged with like because they're like, okay, you're at fault. The kid, you bought the kid the gun. What was it? The Crumleys, right? Isn't that
I think so, yeah.
that the last name? And so the kid was tried though as an adult, which I thought was like, okay, if you're going to charge him as an adult, then how are you actually going after the parents if they're not, if you're going to charge him as a child and like the parents? So I just thought, I was like, you know what, I'm curious. You think that's going to like help us in the world, hurt us in the world? You think it's going to be overturned? Or you can drink.
I'm going to qualify my answer. No, I have an answer for that, and it may not be popular, but I'll qualify it. It's my opinion, and it doesn't mean anything anyway, so don't get popular
Yeah,
about it.
I can't give you all fucking softballs.
Yeah. Long story short, I am a big Second Amendment advocate. I think everybody should have the right to buy a gun if they want. If they're a competent person and can legally buy a gun, they should. With that privilege also brings responsibility. And if a court, if it's able to be shown in court that the responsibility was so reckless and such bad disregard that it meets a criminal statute, screw you, you got to pay the price.
Yeah.
With great responsibility comes, or with great privilege comes great responsibility. And that's the
Absolutely.
only reason I feel that way.
No, I feel that I feel that way because it maybe your reason might be different than mine, but I'm a mom. I have a young kid, and I would want like, hey, that's our job to like check on our kids, know what they're doing and where they're at and who they're with, and maybe I didn't commit the homicide, whatever. Maybe you're not going to charge me with that, but I feel I would feel responsible, and you would even have to tell me I'm responsible. Yes, that's my child. You know what I mean?
Right.
And some level, however you want to look at it, but how would I not be responsible for my child?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think the thing that just kind of like maybe hangs people up is like, well, then why are you charging him as an adult if he is a child? And then if you're going to charge him as an adult, then how does anybody have any? Then I'm not in charge.
I
You
think
know what
that
I'm trying to say? Like,
facilitation still bridges that gap, whether you're a child or not. If they helped him purchase a firearm and they knew, hey,
so
this is
regardless
probably
of
a bad
parent or not, if you were involved in that facilitation of that gun,
think
that's
so.
a good point.
I think when you get down to the brass tacks of what you have to prove in court, the fact that they're the parents,
I like that. I like the way you're
irrelevant.
saying it's like
Yeah.
it's like if you were helping like a special needs person that was older and you helped. Yeah, I like that. I like the way that you're saying that.
Well, at the
It
end of the
wouldn't just
day,
be a
the crime
parent.
itself doesn't say, oh, and you have to be a parent,
Yeah.
right? All the
yeah.
elements of the crime are there, and they
It's like
happen
you
to
aided
be
in
the
it.
parent.
Yes. Yes. I like that. I like
I like it too.
I like that. That was really.
Thanks. Boy, I'm going to drink.
Yeah, cheers on
It's a
that
good
one. Yes, Lana, we would have taken our child home that day when seeing that note. And that's just about a level of involvement, you know? And I think that, yeah,
And
absolutely.
Some people are going to judge me for this. Seeing that note, is that really the first time you had a red
Yeah,
flag that maybe
no.
there was a problem?
No, usually not,
Like,
right?
we all know better. If you've raised kids, you know. I do. I've learned the hard way.
So, if I was to tell my viewership, hey, go out there and read this book, or if you want to know something more about what it is that you do, when people are like,
You're qualifying.
What it is that you do?
like, you know, like you're gonna, like a judge saying, hey, I believe that this is crap, or hey, yeah, this makes sense, or hey, blah, blah, like, people think that what you do is like, hey, I'm not the forensic guy that tells you that the phone was turned this way at this time, okay, right? Like, in like the Murdoch murders where you have like that forensic guy that's gonna
I don't
break.
know that. Are there any books out there on that?
Well,
Like, yeah, so maybe,
This is a great question.
okay.
No, and you know what? I have been on the fence, and I've had a lot of cops say, "When are you going to publish this book?" And there's two sides of the coin. So before you guys all start judging what this answer is, listen to the whole thing. For years, for decades, the ability of what law enforcement can do in tracking cell phones has predominantly been secretive,
Okay.
because the more we educate the bad guys, the harder they make it to solve
catch
crimes.
them.
So there is a legitimate argument
To like
that
seal stuff and
the more that we put out to the public,
yeah, that
the
makes
more
sense.
we're allowing really bad people to
And we don't
continue
want
to commit
that,
really
yeah.
bad crimes. So there's a balance. At the same point, there's an argument that, hey, the more we can educate people, the better we're going to be in seeing and maybe preventing these things. And that, man, it's such a two-sided coin. It's hard to pick a side. Because of that, nobody will bite that book off. And
Because they don't want to, yeah.
the people who are really in the know to write that kind of a book,
Won't write it.
they won't write it.
They
and
won't write
and
it.
I have considered it. It's something that's on there. I'm terrible at writing. That's why I have an amazing wife. So maybe she'll be my ghostwriter on it. But yeah,
There you go.
we consider it. But to your point, there really isn't a book out there, and it isn't because it's not a justified science or that there isn't science, not signs. It's not that there
Cheers!
isn't stuff behind it that supports this. It's that law enforcement will really look down on another law enforcement officer who's perceived of divulging these secret tactics.
Okay.
But we also get to a point that we have to divulge them, because I have to tell people at the end of the day, if we're using it to convict somebody, especially to send them to prison for the rest of their lives, the courts don't care about your secrecy. It's got to come out.
Or if
So-
you're sending them to death.
yeah.
Yeah, you've got to be willing to
like
reveal.
you gotta, yep, I got
So-
you on that.
There you
So why didn't you ever go to the FBI? Would you ever like? You didn't work for the FBI, did you? I mean, I'm not even allowed to ask that. I don't even know.
Why don't
I-
you answer this question?
Is that a
I
bad
can
question?
answer. No, I can answer this question.
Was it a good question then? A
I
fair
thought I
question?
wanted to be a federal agent.
Okay.
When I was
I
a
think
young cop, I wanted.
Everybody thinks that.
Like,
I
they're like,
was
I'm going to the
enamored.
FBI.
Well, and I was really enamored by DEA. I
Oh,
thought
okay,
I
drug
wanted to be an
enforcement.
undercover
Oh, narc. Like,
yeah,
yeah.
I totally wanted to get, but not
Like
low
chameleon
level.
it, like blow.
I wanted to go get into the cartels.
Yeah,
I
like,
was super into that.
I'm gonna be friends with you, and I'm gonna fuck you. No, I'm kidding.
You're right.
And then I went to the DEA on
Okay.
a task force, and I saw the administrative issues, the red tape. It took us 3 weeks to book a flight to 2 states away. I could have almost walked to the state by the time that.
Oh.
And I realized the bureaucracy within the federal system. I just was out. The other thing is, once I really got into, my knack was really violent, and this sounds terrible, but I enjoyed working really violent, really complex cases because they're hard, they're difficult. And the federal government, for the most part, doesn't do that. They will assist, but it's really rare for the federal government to take on a lead role in a really crazy homicide or a complex homicide. So once I realized that, I'm like, state and local is where it's at for what I wanted to do. Keri actually was going to be an FBI agent.
You were?
Yeah.
You got a job offer and you turned it down?
No. No, I wanted to be for a while, and then I had kids.
Okay.
And then it became more and more
Which,
difficult
how do you
to
do
go
that?
down that path. So
Yeah.
I became a police officer, and ultimately that was a much better decision
Did you pass everything right out the gate, like your physical, your testing? Like, what do you got? Did you ever get maced? Do they mace you?
Mm-hmm.
How bad does that burn?
It burns pretty bad, but it's not that long. When it's happening, it burns like terribly bad. But yeah, ultimately later on, I started realizing that so many people are enamored by these federal roles, and they're not as glamorous or romantic as people believe them to
We have a
be.
really good friend in the Secret Service. We were all drinking beers one night, and he was trying to tell us, my next door neighbor's kid is fascinated with the Secret Service. That's all he wants to do, and he won't leave me alone about, what do you do? What do you do? What'd you do today? What'd you do? So finally he got frustrated one day. He had a couple beers, and he tells this little kid, who I think was like maybe 8 or 9, he's like, look, you want to be a Secret Service agent? Next time it starts raining, go put on your best suit and stand in the backyard for 6 hours. That's what it's like to be a Secret Service agent.
That's awesome.
The kid was crushed, but
he
it was
like,
true. Oh,
I'm surprised he didn't just run out there and be like, all right, and then what's next?
Yeah.
And he's like, then you just go take a shower.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Then
funny.
you just go take a shower. I wanted to leave this up here for you guys. It says, you two have such an amazing relationship what is each of yours secret to making the relationship so awesome? See, I love people that are like awesome.
Confession hour. I had to fuck up 2 other relationships where I figured out how to do it.
Oh, so it's like, yeah.
Third's a charm.
Oh, third is a charm. Okay, I like that. I like that.
I would agree. For me, it's just the ability to have somebody who is super supportive in everything that I want to do or think about doing, and offers that constant support of, you can do that. Like, why don't you go do it? Let's
Well, you
do
know,
it together.
a fun fact that may actually help explain
support.
this.
You give like a support. Yeah, that's awesome.
So when we started the company, when I was explaining earlier, we both retired. We pulled our retirement. We started the company. What very few people know, we weren't married. So we started a company where we were 50-50 business partners, and we ran that company for 4 or 5 years before we got
you're
married. We were so committed, and the problem was the failure of that company would ruin both of us. So there was never a plan B, and that forces you into a different mind space, if you will, of we got to make it work. So we're just going to figure it out.
Well, I think you guys have figured it out.
Ride or die chick. Yeah.
If you,
Oh, totally ride or die chick.
So-
Keri will kill and bury somebody for me tonight, and will never ask a question.
and no one's gonna find that body.
No. Girls got skills.
I love it. So since they came from all the way from everywhere, like we got,
We still have a crowd.
we're gonna let some crowd questions. What do you got for Sy and Keri? No questions? Come on. You guys rock. Chief, what you got?
It's okay.
She said y'all are adorable.
Thank you.
No questions. Oof.
Yeah.
I was starting to sweat. I was going to slam
Yeah.
this thing to get out of that one.
Have you ever had a case where you decided or found out or whatever, like you got it wrong and oh my god, like this, I was wrong. Oh my god. Oh, here she goes.
We've got a question
We've got
coming
a
in.
question.
With all the advances that you've seen in the time from you in the military and everything you've developed, what do you see in the next 3 to 5 years? Like, where is this technology?
Oh, good question.
So
Great
let me read this
question.
back in case our audience didn't hear.
Okay, yeah, I like that.
Based on everything we've seen in the last 20 to 30 years with this type of technology, mainly cell phone technology and tracking of cell phones, what is coming? What is the next 3 to 5 years? What's going to change? And
That's
this is
a
a
great
really good
question.
question because
Love that.
satellites. Verizon just signed a deal. AT&T signed a deal. Elon Musk with Starlink is coming out with his own Starlink phone. And cell towers eventually are going to go away, and your phone is going to connect to those low orbit satellites. And I've got news for people. Cell towers don't matter anymore. It's all GPS based. We're going to know exactly where you're at within 3 meters. It's going to take,
It's going to be the 3 meters. So that's like 10 steps.
yeah, it's going to take the guesswork out of cell phone records.
Wow.
So it's going to be really interesting. I'm looking forward to it because it's going to put a bunch of argument just to bed. We're not going to have to deal with where the phone could have been. If you're connecting, we know where you were at.
And you said so you're saying like 3 to 5 years? Is that what we're?
AT&T and Verizon have already signed contracts to start the implementation. I think Elon Musk actually has an operating working phone on Starlink already. And if you think about it, it's not that far of a jump from where he's at with Starlink anyway. He's got the satellites in space. So.
Isn't he already trying to start to sell those phones?
No, he
at
hasn't
some point?
released it. But I bet you in the next 18 months we'll see a Starlink phone.
So like,
or he'll partner with the.
will
company
our
that does it.
cars be part of that too? Like our
That's
cars?
why he's doing it. Is
Like the
the
Tesla?
self-driving cars are going to work off of satellites.
Wow. So, are they going to get rid of cell phone tower? Like those?
No, because there's always going to be a need for what they call backhaul.
Yeah.
Where your main connection is going to be through satellite, but there's so many other things that need Wi-Fi now, and satellite might be expensive at first, especially. So I can see the cell towers aren't going away, but that's going to be the predominant change.
Okay.
It's a great question.
Give me some of that,
Give her a drink.
Woo! Blow it up, baby. Love it. Love it. She's awesome. She's one of our members. She's great.
Because like it's very polarizing. But you know,
Oh, shit. I love it. I love
I
it.
don't know what she said.
What?
There's a fight in the crowd.
She's
There's
joking.
a fight.
So
Camera though.
we don't.
She's a forensic
Why is
accountant.
somebody nominating him for being president? Like, I love the transparency. Like,
There's a lot of love for Elon today.
Yeah, lots
Yeah.
of love in the crowd for Elon Musk today.
Yeah. Oh my God,
weird,
what
but I
is
respect
Sy
it.
Ray doing on this channel? Chris, I know, isn't it amazing? You waited 30 minutes to write that, you douche.
Smart and beautiful with questions. Yes. Perfect.
Cheers.
Who's
Cheers.
Chris?
Who knows? He just wrote he made up a new account because I put this on a 30 minute, like you have to be a subscriber for 30 minutes to even comment. So that means like you have to wait.
Oh.
And so Chris just wanted his comment in
I
there.
guess here's a better question. What is Chris doing on the channel?
I know. Oh, boo.
How do we know Chris is a him?
Yeah, maybe Chris is a
Oh.
girl.
Maybe Chris is a girl.
Hey, let's not get in the gender war here.
We don't know.
Yeah, but
Okay. Who has been your favorite criminal that's like, you're like, oh my God, but I like them?
Your favorite criminal?
Who's been your favorite? You're like,
you go first.
God.
I need a minute.
You're like, God, why is this person? I like them, but God, they freaking are guilty. Like your
Oh.
favorite, like, oh my God, like, dude, you
I see
like,
what you're
I
saying.
like you. Like, why are you such a fucking
See, I was
killer?
thinking,
Or
like-
like just like, you're guilty. Like you did this. Like, who's your favorite? Like, or it could be like a.
What was Miko Wade's episode?
Flashing Cash.
Doughboy.
Doughboy?
That was his gang name was Doughboy. It was
Doughboy.
Flashing Cash is the episode. People can listen to it.
Hey, wait, so this is an episode we can find out.
Yeah, it's a real episode, and I described this relationship.
And by the way, really quick, if you go up to the top, you guys will see like a pinned. It says Lana. It says through the transparency, and it has it pinned where if you click that link, it's going to take you right to their channel, and then you guys have like all of your stuff like labeled and the numbers and all that, right? And then I'm telling you, just all you have to do is click that playlist and put it on shuffle, and you will just love your nights. Like you always don't need Dateline anymore. I'm telling you, this is what puts me to sleep. Not in like a bad way. Like I wake up in the morning, whatever I missed, I rewind it. I'm like, okay, I remember at this point. Okay, that's where I fall asleep. Okay, press play.
So Doughboy
Oh,
actually was a hardcore
Thanks, sorry.
gangbanger, but he was also kind of a big chubby kid, and
Oh,
he was
okay.
hardcore though. Like dude was slaying people, but he was kind of a comedian. The entire time I was booking him, he was super cool, and he's making jokes the whole time about my mom, about everything else, to the point you couldn't help but
he's
laugh.
doing mama jokes.
Yeah, and by the time I got him into jail, and I'm like, hey, you know what? I really enjoyed booking you tonight. I just had a good time.
Thanks for making my
Yeah.
job fun.
You know what? If you need an Uber on the way out, let me know.
We
I'll
stopped
give you a
and got
ride.
a Happy Meal on the way to jail. You got to eat. Like, yeah, you got to feed the guy. He put a lot of effort in there. It was a lot of fun.
He was a big kid.
He was,
He's a
but
big kid.
so he wasn't like. So that's your favorite. That's
I
like.
think that's my favorite suspect interaction. Somebody I'm actually, literally, I'm booking him into jail. He's like, hey, I had a good time too.
Oh, that's awesome.
hilarious.
How about yours?
I kind of like the Hammerside, our episode from Hammerside. What was her name? Not
Marissa?
Tracy. Marissa Duvall. Yeah.
Okay.
I just think she is so out of control. Like, it is just hilarious talking about her because it's just pure comedy.
You're just like, this is amazing. Like, let's talk about
Oh, she was
Bring it
next
on,
level.
Duvall.
Yeah, that was a two-parter.
Yeah, talking about her, I can just make jokes all day long. So it's funny to
Do you think that any of the people of the cases that you've been talking about are like, holy shit, they're talking about my case?
I don't know. We've actually wondered that.
Like,
No.
wait, wouldn't that be a great reactionary
know.
video to do? Like, any of these people that have ever gotten out, or maybe shit, let's go to the prison. Hey, we want to show you about this episode we did. What's your reactionary? They
Yeah,
do?
I'm going to be quiet.
Like, we're not
Yeah,
talking.
be quiet.
We're not talking about Atlanta.
So, one thing you have to consider in the back of your head is, at this point, I have personally been involved where I've had to testify. I can't tell you how many times to people who've gone to prison for a significant length of time.
Okay.
Some of them, I've been around long enough now, though, that some of them are getting out.
Oh, okay.
And I've had people that have gone for shorter times, but they do not like me, who are now released as well. So there is a certain side of that you have to be careful. You have to be aware of your surroundings.
We were on a flight with one of them.
Yeah, I wasn't going to
recently.
say that. I was intentionally leaving that out.
Let's not
Because
say
when
who.
he watches this, I didn't
We're not
going
gonna
to
say
get
who.
into that.
Well,
but yeah,
he
sat,
probably won't want to
he sat
admit it.
two
Do you
seats
think the
behind us.
person knew?
Oh, he 100% knew. I sent him to prison for homicide. And he sat
A
2 seats
homicide
behind
case?
him. Yeah,
he was
2 seats
already
behind him.
out, like he had done his time.
He ended up going to manslaughter, so he only did like 6 years.
He wasn't like, hey, thank you for you changed me, man.
No, he was not.
He wasn't like,
Yeah,
man, you
it's
made me a
kinda
better
crazy.
man. Like
Well, and you're on a plane. Like there's not a lot you can do on a plane.
oh man.
Yeah, it was pretty weird. It was
So anyway.
weird.
Did you ask TSA to rough him up a little bit?
No,
I'm just kidding. TSA always roughs me up. Like they think I got like hella stuff up in here.
Yeah.
You want to
Yeah.
hear my TSA story?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so back when COVID happened, they started being really big about like, and even like 9/11, like, are you carrying anything explosive? Have you handled anything explosive? Remember all those questions that we would get?
Yeah.
And so I thought it would be a great idea because I took a bet and I was like, okay, I'll say that. Let's do it. And so we're walking through and hey, they like, remember they do like your palm? Remember they would do like that scan
The
or whatever?
swipe?
Yeah. And so then they would ask you like, have you handled anything explosive and I was like, just this bomb ass pussy. Like, and I was like,
oh, now Keri's got to jump in the mix here.
Oh my God, that is hilarious.
What did you do?
I was like,
hilarious.
just this bomb ass pussy. I was like, like,
tried-
but then she just starts dying laughing with me. And I was like, oh, thank God I'm not getting like tossed off this, like, I gotta travel.
Have
so.
Keri tell you about the time she tried to get me
That is
arrested
so
in
funny.
Canada at TSA.
Well, I don't know. I don't remember what had happened because I was constantly
Yes!
getting stopped.
Oh,
by
TSA?
security, yeah, by TSA. So
Me too.
he gets through, but when you're going through Canada, they have all these notifications everywhere that if you're getting sex trafficked or anything like that. And of course, I get stopped and he gets through security.
She got flagged for the random.
Yeah.
So they do like the search.
So I start
he's
making fun of her.
laughing at
Oh
me.
no.
So I actually tell my TSA agent, hey, that guy over there wants to take me for a sex trafficking.
She tried to report me for
Yes,
sex trafficking
so it was
into Canada.
Great, yes. And this lady started taking me seriously. She's like, wait a minute. So she starts asking me questions.
And they're looking at me, and I'm all waving like a dumb oof, like, hey!
Hey, it's me.
Yeah. So then I had to explain, just go with me, just pretend like we're married. And then she started playing along. I'm like, I always get stopped. So I was explained to her.
And she's like, okay,
And
I'll
she played
mess
along
with him.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought
So
I was
you-
going to jail for sex trafficking.
And were you like, Keri, knock it off. Tell him the truth.
She's like,
Yeah.
I don't even know your name.
Yeah, we played along with it. It was funny. But
So-
the Canadian TSA people were actually really funny about it. They were great.
Oh, that's a
Don't do that, by the way.
Yeah,
you
don't
can
do
get in
that.
a lot of trouble.
yeah,
you
like
could.
it's a joke. It's a joke. Like they're professionals over here. All right, guys, we're gonna turn it over to you guys for the last 10 or 15 minutes. We'll take live chat
Yeah.
questions.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
So, Keri is the Bombs by Mom Unscripted.
Aw,
Agreed.
Thank you.
Agreed. All right, so that's not my daddy. I don't know what that's about.
Not mine
Oh,
either.
I think she's commenting on the TSA like
Oh.
that's not my
No,
daddy. So
that's not my daddy.
yeah, we have to remember that on a live, everything I say, I had to train myself. This is I have to wait for like 5 to 7 seconds because they're hitting everything that we say on that delay. So then like stuff will start popping up.
What is
Ask
the timing
him-
advance
ask him
report?
I think
about
it's usually like
it.
2 to 4 seconds usually.
I'm not familiar. Sorry.
Thank you, Sai. Oh, Heather One Dimple is
you're
amazing.
welcome.
We appreciate your time.
It's
So
fun to do.
she's a great gal. She
trying to
actually
get to know
she
the
actually
community.
sent me a picture of herself on a T-shirt for my birthday, and it said Lana's favorite mod. It was a joke. Lana's favorite mod, and it had a huge picture of her as her what is it? Her picture like that.
That's
And so
cute.
it was like
The
it was-
profile picture?
yeah, yes, and I was dying. It was like, here's Amazon. I was like, oh my God, and I took a picture. I was like, you are too much.
That
It was
is
a huge
funny.
picture, and it said Lana's favorite mod. So, let's see.
Are you a diamond member?
Beautiful,
diamond
Diamond
member.
platinum.
beautiful couple, and great show, Lana. Thank you so much, Betty. Appreciate that. I'm surprised. You guys are going to the UK for the Crime Con, right?
Yeah.
I have a lot of UK people in here. Where should they go? What do you guys need to know? They got
Where's
hooked
the
up.
best place to go for tea?
I knew that's what she was going to say.
Ritz
Tea.
or Harrods?
We're going to London, so let's drink tea.
Let's get that
Yeah,
tea
yeah,
in there.
yeah.
We want to
But
spill some
or is
tea.
there somewhere else? Like, I want to make a reservation somewhere.
Is it
Oh.
poor form if we pour a little gin in the tea?
Yes.
Because I can't
yeah.
sit around drinking tea all day.
Or,
Where
like,
is the
best
crime? Is it
pubs.
like this
It's
fall?
downtown London.
It's
yeah,
in
it's in
London.
September. Late
Yeah,
September, I think.
Oh, do you know that they're doing a cruise, like a crime con?
I don't think I
cruise?
can do a cruise.
Can you believe that? I said, "Are you guys insane? We all have to do the same. Like, we can't even get off."
Yeah, no. No.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me
Like,
wrong.
woo.
I love my peeps, but
Like,
I don't think I can take
Yorkshire
everybody's
tea.
peeps.
Go back.
oh wait,
Go
right
back.
here. Which one?
Oh,
Yorkshire
damn it,
tea.
Gordon.
Oh yeah,
Thank you,
Gordon. Yep, that's good.
Yorkshire tea. I'm going to remember that.
Gordon, I hope that's close to downtown because what you don't realize is if that's on the other side of the UK, I just now bought a day trip to wherever Yorkshire tea is.
That's fine. Americans don't drink tea. Gordon's the ocean.
There you go. That's not Twiz. That's
Carrie-
really Twiz.
Yeah, Keri
I
actually
like
believes
tea.
that she's former royalty, so
Oh my God.
she has daily tea breaks.
I do drink tea a lot.
There you go. The Richard. Okay, so this is one of my members. He is funny as hell. He says, "Question for all three." Can you read that? I can't see that far.
Do you have any favorite songs about a crime or mystery?
Oh
Richard
yeah,
Mark-
favorite songs? Yeah, Tiger King.
Bob
F that
Dylan,
bitch,
Hurricane.
Carol Baskin.
Carol
Here-
Baskin.
There's Carrie, by the way.
I
Sorry,
forgot
everybody.
about Carol Baskin.
So I thought that
Oh God, that would be
For me.
That's
amazing.
the best. That's the best crime song ever made.
the
Is the Carol Baskin song.
it is-
Oh,
Tiger King.
I almost forgot about Tiger King. Yeah.
Yeah. Tiger King was arguably the best thing that happened in COVID.
I would say so too.
That was a COVID thing, wasn't it?
It was. It saved a lot. I don't think people realize how many people that saved.
Yep, that's interesting. I forgot that it was during COVID. That's so true. That's funny that you said that. You're making me like memories. Oh, favorite Bachelor or Bachelorette? You guys watch that show?
No.
Me neither. I wouldn't even know. I'd pick Jesse something. There's got to be a Jesse on there. There's got to be a Jesse. What case has stayed with you?
Geo-Man is a case and made you cry.
Geo Man. Is that my tag name now?
Is that your
Geo Man.
I was like, Geo. I was like, oh, I think they're talking about you.
Let's see. Most sensitive cases. There's
Ooh.
3 or 4 like are in my top.
Probably the baby case, I would say.
Yeah, I had a baby case that we'll be doing eventually. I'm just not ready to do it yet. It's pretty heavy. We just did graduation day.
That was a really hard
That
case.
one was
Graduation day.
one that was hard for me.
Yeah.
The other one is Roses for Jackie.
Is that one of your
Roses-
guys' episodes?
Yeah.
Roses for
Roses
Jackie?
for Jackie. Jackie Hartman. It was just a lot. It was one of those cases that we worked nonstop for weeks, if not a month straight on. And there was so much invested for it that it was hard.
Yeah. And there's things that we didn't even talk about in that episode that were very, very difficult to talk about.
Yeah.
That makes sense. But I mean,
Yeah, lots of kid cases.
I can't like.
Yeah.
Those are hard. I try. It sucks because like you want to do them because you want to give them like voices and you want to. It's hard. They're hard.
Mm-hmm.
They're super hard. The Rays in Atlanta, thank you for your time and energy. This has been so much fun. I hope to see more Atlanta brains and bombshells from
Can
y'all.
I tell you guys something really crazy? This whole concept of me sitting around drinking a high noon, don't
You-
repeat that. I'm more
Can you
embarrassed
believe?
about people seeing me drink
Where's
in
the high
public
noon?
than anything else. But the fact that people want to sit around and actually watch us have this conversation or enjoying it is just mind-blowing to me.
Wait, you know how many times I get off a live and I'm like, I just talk to myself for an hour and a half. I feel like,
Yeah.
but you're like,
I love it.
but you
Like,
don't
it's
realize
really cool
it.
to see the interaction.
Yeah.
I love it.
It was
But
a hard concept
so
for me at
crazy.
first. I'm like, I just look around. I'm like, it's dark in my house right now.
You ever
I'm
get
like, wow, I
threatened
just
from
talked to myself.
anyone due to the cases you did? I once got sued for 26 pieces of gold by a Patriot group, which is cool.
Ooh, that's a good question. I'm gonna get that
Kind
one.
of threatening.
Have you ever had to testify in a civil case?
Yes,
Yeah.
on a wrongful death, which is technically a civil case. So
Oh.
after the murder,
It is.
what a lot of people don't realize is, let's say that you're a child and your mother was murdered.
Okay.
After that person is sentenced, if they have anything of value at all, you can sue them civilly and take all of their material possessions.
Okay. Yeah.
So I've been involved in cases like that. I've also been involved in civil cases against doctors. Dr. Stroken, episode 2.
Yes.
I be stroking.
It kind of was that, but he lost his medical
Oh,
license.
yeah. Thanks for asking, Chris. Thank you. Thank you for asking.
Apparently, we're getting another round, people.
I said
Asking
yes.
us if we want more to drink.
I said,
So,
I said
taking a sip.
that's it. You're playing so well by the rules here.
Yeah. Oh, I'm done. But yeah, a civil case also to revoke a medical license because
Okay.
he decided to whack off kids instead of do physical exams. And apparently,
That's
the
not
Board of
okay.
Medical Examiners frowns on this.
So were you in the capacity of when you testified? Was it in the capacity of like you were a special, like an expert?
The exact same. It was just my case.
Okay.
So they needed the foundation of what was the criminal charge that started this.
Oh, okay, okay. So you
So-
were testifying
Yeah.
as like when you were a police officer?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep, I was still a police officer on both those. And I got to be honest, no different.
I
It
just
was
wanted to make
very
sure I wanted to
similar
clear up that
criminal.
if people are thinking that you were testifying in the capacity of an expert versus,
Yeah.
that's why I asked that.
Yeah.
Great question though. Curious about the whole civil cases there. Let's see what else we have here. There you go.
Yes. No, the one below that, Tanya. Tanya's onto it.
Get Sy a drink.
Thanks, Tanya, that he likes.
Get him something good.
They don't have anything here. We're no, we're good. I'm joking. We're fine.
No,
We
just
have a
kidding.
very receptive audience who's willing to.
They are very
Stroke it to the east. You guys know that song. Clarence Carter. Ooh, shit.
That is
Wait,
such
what's
a
my
good
favorite
song.
gin? That one.
Which one?
Tom Campbell.
Oh, I love Tom Campbell. Tom Campbell, thank
Let
you
me
for
tell
being
you,
here.
Tom, I'm going to change your life if you're a gin fan. If you don't know this, number one, Monkey 47, hands down, is the best gin out there.
I've never even heard of that.
The second one is
so
Nolet's.
Monkey 47. Like, where do you
N-O-L-E-T-S.
buy that? At Kroger? Like, what, Giant Eagle?
It depends.
Like,
Some
nuts.
high-end bars will have it. It's expensive, but
Like
it
Total
doesn't give a
Wine,
headache.
for
Yeah.
sure would have it.
Total, what's Total Wine?
But Tom, if
like
you're
online?
into gin,
It's you could buy it. You could go to Total Wine online.
So
you
they,
don't have a Total Wine where you live?
we could find one here.
No, I
if
don't
you
have
look
Bevmo.
around, you
do
can
we have a Total Wine?
a high-end bar will have it.
But there's Total Wine everywhere.
But Tom, on the
Did everyone
side
sub to their channel?
is
Yeah, well, that's what we were- yeah, but-
Nolet's has a reserve. It's a gold reserve.
No.
Phenomenal.
Nolet's is really, really good.
Yeah, but Nolet's is probably my go-to because it's affordable
Yeah.
and it's good. And for those of you at home who don't understand, gin, just replace whatever you like in your vodka drink. Replace the vodka with gin. You won't have headaches the next day.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Nice. I see.
You
I
can
think
be a functioning alcoholic.
you could be,
Campbell,
you could be a damn
Does anybody
function.
want to hear what a Holly Sangarita is?
Oh,
I love her.
maybe.
You tell
Okay.
us.
So, if you're looking to like get yourself in a
Oh, wait,
Let me
there you
set up
go.
that.
way,
I got that for you if you want that. Oh, it'll stay up there
Hold
forever.
on, give me 1 second. I'm taking a picture of
Everything and anything that has to do with UK stuff
Plaza Hotel King's Cross.
for crime.
Thank you.
So they don't have like a place that you stay out there for the crime con? How does that work?
No, it's not in a hotel. It's in a different facility.
Oh,
so you
really?
have to find a local hotel around.
Oh,
It's
so
kinda
like,
weird.
oh. I mean, I feel like this place is, this
Place
is,
nice.
this is,
Yeah, this is great.
I've gotten lost a couple times. I'm not too
Okay, so what's this
ashamed.
drink?
Oh,
Okay.
go ahead.
So,
Super curious. I'll have to
me and
repeat
my- me
it.
and my hopefully
One of our
someday
listeners
soon-to-be
here is
ex-husband.
having a drink.
Me and my students, me.
Hopefully someday.
I'm just
What's
laughing.
the main ingredients?
Oh, so here's the thing: if you've got a little bit of you get left alone at a bar, and you're like, "Hey, I need to socialize with people." that I don't
When you're
fucking
alone
know."
at a bar.
Oh,
And
okay.
you're like, I love red wine.
And
because
you
that's
like
what I
red
suppose,
wine.
But you're also like, hey, I also need upper like tequila because like.
Oh, I need to get the
I thought
party
tequila
going,
was
so
a
I need
downer.
tequila
It's
and
upper?
red wine.
Oh.
This sounds like a terrible idea.
Life's too short to drink like shitty tequila, so only 100% agave.
So you have
Okay.
to drink
And they won't mix
100%
it for
agave
you because
tequila.
you think maybe when you're in
You
a
are
small
not
bar,
about
but
to mix
you're
wine
going
and
to
tequila.
Oh, she does.
Hold your tongue for 1 second and
I think she probably sells it.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what the best thing in the world is.
Oh, God.
Wine
Here we
and
go.
That's what
tequila,
Sangria
people.
consists of. So, you
Red
get a glass
wine,
of red wine.
tequila.
You can do in your home, but I'm telling you, if you're at a bar, this is how you're gonna have to order it because you're gonna ask them for a glass of red wine, not a shitty one, but like mid-grade.
Yeah.
You know.
Mid-grade.
Good Bordeaux.
Like you could,
A nice
yeah,
Bordeaux.
You could do like, I mean, 14 hands is probably as low as I'd go with that.
14
right?
hands, okay.
And probably a cab.
So let me get this straight.
Below.
You want 100% agave tequila and you're going to mix it with 14 hands?
I'm saying if you're going to the cheap end,
That's
I don't
cheapy.
drink 14 hands.
You don't go any lower than
If you're
14
at a
hands.
bar, you have to improvise. Okay, this is
Somebody-
how you're
yes.
going to do it.
We gotta.
Yes,
You're going to
Christy.
do it with a glass of
Yes,
red wine,
Christy, you got it.
Cabernet Merlot, but not Pinot Noir, right? You're going to get yourself a shot of tequila, only 100% agave. So, what?
So you just mix them?
No. Then you're going to ask for a glass of soda water with lime.
Okay.
Soda
water.
So we have red
I
wine,
like soda
tequila,
water with
and
lime.
soda water
Soda
with
water
lime.
with
For
lime.
those of you
And
that
you're
can't
going to
hear
front
what's
load
happening
that by
behind us
taking
right
a few
now.
big gulps of hydration from that soda water. And then you're going to take that glass of red wine and that shot of tequila, and you're going to put it into that glass. Because the Holly Sangria is a glass of red wine, a shot of tequila, soda water, and a lime. You can make it at your house, however.
Holy sangria is something I will
and
never
what's gonna
drink.
happen
Holy
is It's going
Sangria.
to taste like a less sugary sangria, but you are going to have, if you're not an experienced person, no more than 2 in one night. It'll last you an entire night. It's low carb.
It's low carb.
You can party all night on this shit.
I can watch
Your
my
friends
figure.
are going to want to try this.
If-
You're going to have to tell them,
It's a skinny drink.
stop with
Yeah.
one, possibly give them 2, don't let them do the third. For the love of God, don't let, if they've not
They're
tasted
going
tequila,
overboard.
don't let them
They're
do
gonna
the
turn
third.
into Nancy Grace.
I'm gonna put it in.
Yeah, someone just said bargain from hell. You are correct.
I love
Yeah.
Do
you.
not drink this.
You're a sweetheart.
You get the
I
nice,
wouldn't.
You get the nice warm wine
No.
buzz, you get the tequila buzz, and you have your friends dancing on the dance floor after one of those in 20 minutes, I guarantee you.
I
Your friends
drink.
being lame, make them a Holly Sangria, and
Yeah.
that shit will be right with the world.
Sue High School. Susie. Woo!
Susie High School, hi.
All right.
She comments on our page a lot.
Oh, Susie High School. There we
Wait,
go.
what's this soda water?
Yeah. She's like, are you still live?
Yeah.
Don't tell her
We're still alive.
Don't tell
All
her
right.
my secret.
Last couple of questions, if you guys have them. Sounds. Let's
Oh, your
see.
battery's about to die too.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah.
we'll take it on down here. So if you guys have last couple questions, wait, you get to ask me a couple. That's only fair if you want to.
How long have you guys been together?
No, this is not your question.
462 years. The question was how long Keri and I have been together. 462 years because we were together in multiple prior lives. We just finally
yeah,
found
we
each other.
figured that
this
out.
way.
That's why it works so well.
Yeah, so people are like,
Yeah.
462, he's being a jerk like it seemed. No, it's because of all the prior lives we've figured out. And I'll find her in the next one as well.
Oh, see.
Chris said he thought he was married to you in a previous life, so
Who?
Chris.
Oh, yeah, Chris.
Yeah, because he was like, I think Chad
That's
Bendo
all I've got
like
is milk.
projected that.
Socialite
He was
Crime
like,
Club
hey,
almost at 30.
Chris is
Yes.
married to
Yes,
Laura.
You're
we're
right.
almost at 30,000.
We are moving, and thank you guys
Thank you,
for all of you
everybody.
listening that are subscribing right now. It has
Where'd
been
you
so
see that?
cool
Did
to
you
watch
see it?
the ride the last
Down.
3 or 4 weeks.
Oh, this way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, love,
And
love,
we got
love.
more coming.
Yeah. Thank you so much, guys. And
Yes.
Lana, thank you so much for having us with
Yeah.
you today.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
thank
this
you.
was cool.
Being
I
able to
just,
play
I
and
wanted
have
to.
fun.
And I hope people, I'm going to say something at the very end and then we're going to kill this episode tonight.
All right, kill it.
I got a lot of hate mail, like, how dare you go on that show? You're going to jeopardize everything on a particular case. Look, people, I've got a life that has nothing to do with Idaho. Leave me alone. All right? I'm going to go do some other shit, and I'm going to have fun when I'm not working on that stuff. And if you think it's okay to tell me what I can and can't do because of something else that is not my daily life, get out of here. One thing a lot of people don't know, and I'm going to disclose this, I am pro bono on every case that I work. I don't get paid for anything I do on any criminal case I've worked, and I've done that since 2021.
That's awesome.
So when people are trying to explain like, hey, there's too much invested, look, everything I'm doing is for free, and we're not going to discuss
That's
things that
awesome.
we shouldn't discuss. We're going to be professional about
That's
things we
awesome.
need to be professional. So don't worry about it. Relax. The whole
We're
reason
good.
you're here
We're
is to
good.
have
yeah.
fun.
Why are people in
So-
our lives? I mean, we're over here having a blast.
Correct.
Yeah.
So I'll just leave it with that.
Well, I think what you do, as far as when I heard that, and I was just like, wow, like, because there's so many people out there that can't afford to even like to have you. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if they wanted to have you.
I am dirt cheap. Ask Keri.
No, he's not.
No, and when it's like, do you think that that's like, isn't that sucks though in a way? Like, if people don't have money, they can't have like a proper defense.
There is some truth to that, and that's why I'm in a position that I don't have to get paid to do a lot of the work on these cases. So it's fun to be involved. It's interesting. It's educational, and I like to do it.
I think even when people do have money, oftentimes they're taken severely advantage of.
So true. It's like a catch-22 in a way. Like
Yeah.
you have
Yeah,
money,
you
you're
gotta be
gonna
careful.
get you. Yeah.
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 Well, thank you guys so much. I want to say thank you to your guys' team. Like, they are awesome.
Yes,
Look at this, like,
they are.
cool little, like, I've got to get one of these.
Our
Yeah,
mic.
there are
These
little mics.
mics,
That's
these
why
mics
these things
are
might look a little
awesome.
silly, but they're our mics. Hopefully, you guys could hear us well.
Yeah, so
throughout
we
the
try to
whole
like enhance because there was like noise around us, but you guys are great. When I read your CV, I was like, who is this guy? You know, and then I was just like, dude, these people are awesome. I was like, we have to find more information on Keri. Like, is that his wife? You know, I'm starting to ask people like, are they partners? Or you know, I got like, and I was like, I think they're married, but let me do some digging here. So,
It took
but you
her a
guys
long time to come around, but she finally figured it out.
Eventually.
But you guys are great, and I just want to say thank you so much for giving me the opportunity here, in Nashville, and then you guys still have tomorrow where you're going to have your booth, right?
Yeah, we're here till about noon, and then we're flying home.
Okay.
Time to get home. We got to record this week. Got shit to
Okay.
do.
Well, if you guys are here, come out and see them. In the morning, you guys have your booth, and then the link is pinned for their YouTube channel. I have my certain favorites that I know. Like, I try to push people to go see. Like, after I enjoy something, I was like, "Hey, go check it out."
Somebody said sound was perfect, no beeping.
You like that? You like that? I only got to come to Nashville for the no beeps.
Oh, that's funny.
There you
Thank
go.
you,
Much love,
everybody.
everybody.
Yeah, thank you guys
They
so
love
much.
you guys.
This was fun.
So thank
We
you.
had a good time.
Thank you guys. Have a good night. And then if you guys are enjoying Nashville, we're enjoying it too. So thank you to where we at here, the Grand Ole Opry. They've been awesome. It's so clean. So thank you guys. Have a good night. Thank you, staff.
And thanks for the drinks.
Yes, high noon for all. Peace.
Good night.